Like, it ain't just rap, you know what I'm saying? And every, I feel like every few months we losing somebody else.
Man, it's just a part of life right now. Whether we like it or not, it's a part of life.
New at 5, rapper Young Dolph is after a shooting in his hometown of Memphis.
Young Dolph was inside the store when witnesses say a gunman opened fire from outside. Bullet holes and shattered glass show how this end was. Police worked inside as outside. Outrage stewed.
This is where Dolph grew up at. And the community is really hurt. And they not just hurt by being hurt because of that. They're hurt because of the person he was that helped the community, helped feed the hungry, helped clothe the kids. Christmas, all that's gone. Who's going to help now? That was a big responsibility that Dolph had on him, and he wasn't afraid of that.
What up, gang? Back with the real. You know what's the deal. It's a sad day in Memphis, hip-hop, and the world. If you're anybody that's anybody, you're just like the rest of us. Angry, sad, hurt, and most definitely disappointed in the hood because they took one of the kings of Memphis today, Young Dolph. Seems it was a planned hit, and Dolph was followed to a spot that he often shouts out and supports. He made it through being hit up before, but this time, he succumbed to his injuries. How did this happen? Who were the two masked men caught on camera carrying out the hit? Was Dolph set up? Sadly, we've got to chop it up and break down this tragedy. Wednesday, November 17th, shockwaves were sent through the world with the passing of Memphis rapper Young Dolph. At first, it sounded like a regular hoax made up by the internet, but soon, multiple agencies began reporting that Young Dolph was involved in a shootout and rumored to not have made it. It was pandemonium when videos of what appeared to be the alleged scene of the incident began surfacing and the rumors began to appear to look like they were true.
Somebody, man. God, look at this. The hood is out. Yeah. I'm hearing it's down there been confirmed it's Dolph, y'all.
Then the video of a bunch of police vehicles escorting Dolph's signature camouflage Lambo being towed surfaced, and it just felt like with every new video, we were sinking deeper into denial. Finally, it hit us like a ton of bricks when the mayor of Memphis, Jim Strickland, confirmed what we all feared. Dolph was gone. News outlets all over began reporting that Dolph was hit up in the incident and he didn't make it. So sad. It was like the music industry stopped for a moment. Everyone was focused on the loss of Young Dolph. Reports state that Dolph pulled up to Makita's bakery to get some cookies for his mom's when a car pulled up and two dudes hopped out the whip and opened fire, shattering the glass and hitting up Dolph. Dolph allegedly buzzed back but was too hurt to keep dumping. The Memphis Police Department released more info in detail, stating that they got reports of a shooting that occurred at Airways Boulevard, the site of Makita's homemade butter cookies. Officers responded at 12:24 p.m. local time, locating one male who passed away at the scene. The man was confirmed as Young Dolph. Fox 13 got eyewitness reports from the owner of the bakery, Maurice Hill, who stated that his employees recounted Young Dolph walking into the store to buy cookies when someone drove up and sprayed in Young Dolph's direction. Memphis police said that the shooters pulled up in a white two-door Mercedes-Benz before running past Young Dolph's car and emptied their clips into the cookie shop. In photos released from authorities, the white two-door Benz can be seen pulled up just before Dolph's camouflage Lambo. The driver's door can be seen open, so the driver was one of the persons who hopped out to carry out the hit. The two men were clothed head to toe, masked and even gloved up like they had it all planned out. The shooters were loaded for the mission. One had what appeared to be a semi-automatic rifle, the other a handgun. More surveillance photos show the two shooters dipping from the scene after dumping. By that time, Dolph was already fighting for his life. From what the daughter of the bakery's owner said, the fight didn't last long. She got the call right after the incident happened, and she could hear in the background, "He gone. Somebody finished him. He gone." Then the chilling words, "Stay with me, Dolph. Just stay with me, bro."
But, we heard my cousin in the background, he was just basically like, "Man, he gone. Somebody shot him. He gone." And I'm like, "Who gone?" We just trying to figure out what was going on. And then you can hear my dad, he was just like, "Stay with me, dog. Just stay with me, bro."
At the scene, The aftermath could be seen in the videos and clips showing shattered glass and the grim scene of Dolph's hand hanging from the window before the cops could pull him back inside, trying to resuscitate him. Moments later, the streets of Memphis were swarming to the location. Officers were struggling to just keep a handle on the crowd.
You see the police presence, and I lost track how many squad cars I've seen there, Rudy, but a number of officers on the scene trying to, if they're not helping with the investigation, they're at least trying to establish a perimeter and try to keep fans and friends and family at bay.
Turns out Makita's Bakery is somewhere known to Dolph. The daughter of the owners told the news reporters that Dolph was basically family and even called her mom his mom.
So it's affecting our family now, because we do consider Dolph, anytime you walk into there, walk into Makita's, you consider family. When Dolph came here, he was considered family. He called my mom every time she came in.
He never pulled up to Memphis without checking in and supporting their business.
Say you came to get some what? All I came to get some Makita cookies. Get the sign. Get the sign. Come back around. Come back around there. Yes. Right here. What you got? Chocolate chip. Don't hot. Straight out the oven. Just for you.
His favorites were chocolate chip cookies and ice cream. So it seems that the shooters were plotting on Dolph, knowing that was his spot when he came into town. And driving his camouflage Lambo, it wasn't hard to know when Dolph came around. That's his city. Clips and word from fans could be swarming social media to see what they considered a hometown hero. So it must have been no issue for the shooters to find him. Even probably had persons tipping them off. This video by a fan shows Dolph earlier at the gas station, just cooling like he was a regular citizen. While everyone was mourning, the burning question was also on everyone's mind. Who could have orchestrated and carried out this hit on Dolph? Cops for sure have been on the scene, noting that video cameras are all about the area and should give clues to who the shooters were.
Surveillance video will be important to show exactly what happened here, and one camera should have caught it all. This one right above the door here at Makita's Cookies.
But the streets always begin leaking the info, and Memphis OG Big C says that two young dudes carried out the hit, and they most likely followed Dolph from the interstate until they caught him lacking.
Yes, sir. So was this a lineup, or this was just, he was just too comfortable when he went up in the store?
I think he was comfortable. If you ask me, I say that he was riding and didn't pay no mind, because he came off the interstate, so I'm assuming he came from his house. And based on where it was, somebody had been following. They called him.
You know the age we live in. The internet is one of the quickest detectives there is. Soon, someone had pieced together the puzzle that points to someone who they believe fits the bill of the shooters. The man goes by the name Zeke Zeke on Facebook, and his rap allies is YNC Teezy. So let's take a look. Check out these pics that show the hat of one of the shooters and what appears to be the same hat posted worn by Teezy. Then remember this image of the getaway vehicle. It's currently being looked for by the cops, and it just may have been found to belong to Teezy or his homie. Check out this post on his page where you first see Teezy posting next to a similar looking Benz, then his homie in front of another. I know, and you can say, okay, yeah, it looks like the same hat and a similar Benz, but that doesn't mean it's him. I mean, anyone could have a hat and a Benz, and I hear you. But check out these online posts from him. Around 3 days ago, he posted his status, big risk equals big reward. From how it seems, it's speculated that the shooter's been putting this plot together to get Dolph, so that can already point to a connection with his status. But again, I know. Could be homie just about to step up his grind to achieve his dreams. I hear you, but check this out. After Dolph got hit up, and guess what one of the shooters had? A mofo Draco. And guess whose Draco it looked like? YNC Teezy. I'm not saying he has something to do with it, but he has a hat matching the description, a Benz looking like the getaway vehicle, the Draco, and he's laughing about Dolph's passing, referring to his fascination with his gap. Dudes always snitching on the net. They've got to brag, chase clout. It's happened countless times before. So it wouldn't be out the ordinary for these clues to have something to do with Dolph. I'm sure by now the feds are already onto this info because it's been blowing up all over online, and Dolph is a big name in Memphis. So time will tell if bro really has something to do with it or not. because a video is now circulating showing that the alleged getaway vehicle was found. And of course, if that is the case, some evidence is most likely in there. You know what's messed up? All this isn't even the height of the disappointing events. Later, fans gathered at the spot where Dolph was murked to pay their respects, and shots rang out, injuring one person. A rapper at the scene explained what occurred to the news reporter on site.
Fired, and we have one gentleman, Tommy Wright, who is also a rapper, and he was here to pay his respects. Tell me what exactly happened.
We were paying our respects. About 30 or 40 people were placing flowers, signing the wall, and then a car drove by.
Officers wasted no time to get on their trail, finding the car of the shooters crashed out while they dipped on foot. Officers arrested the 3 men and found 6 guns in the whip, with 1 being stolen. It's sad that this is what the streets have come to. Just lost an artist, a businessman, a father, a partner, and someone who contributed heavily to bettering his community. Then dudes don't even have the decency to let people mourn and pay their respects in peace. It's sad, and things that I can never condone. We all need to do better. The streets need to do better. What Dolph did for his community, those shooters won't do. So now all the good that came along with Dolph is gone. Dolph may not have been the biggest chart topper, but he was real and often just kept to himself.
But I like being by myself. Like, I like peace and quiet. It's like I'm a loner, bro. I do better and come up with shit better, and I make money, do a lot of shit. I do everything better, bro, just being by myself.
Boozy always say, your hood is your biggest enemy, nor even warned Dolph about staying in his city.
We do the history of our rappers are starting to die in our own city.
But young Dolph loved his city. The streets raised him, so he's always showed love back. Memphis has been put on high alert, and law enforcement have upped their presence and are urging persons to stay inside if they do not need to be outside in fear of retaliations after Dolph's passing.
Tonight, we strongly encourage everyone to stay home if you do not have to be out. We also strongly encourage everyone to remain calm as we actively perform our investigation.
Rumors have already been circulating that 2 artists that were in heavy beef with Dolph, Black Youngsta and Yo Gotti, have been hit up as a get back. Luckily, those reports were dispelled as of now. Rest in peace, young Dolph. Man, prayers to his girl, his kids, his loved ones, and the entire Memphis. They lost a real one. So there you have it. Thanks for kicking it with your boy. Appreciate the love and support, and show some love and support in the comments for young Dolph. Catch y'all in the next one. I'm out.